Good morning, all. Media, our panel, students, concerned parents. Good morning. My name is Tyler Grandison. I wrote the CSEC examinations this year. Now, I'd just like to lay something out first before I get into all the details. I wrote 13 subjects. I received 9 grade 1s and 4 grade 2s. Now, hearing this, you may think, what right do I have to complain? As a student, I know my capabilities. My mother, my father, my family knows the effort that I put in. They also know my capabilities. My teachers who are experienced, who have been teaching for years, know my capabilities. And so now when we all enter as I enter the examination, their expectations pushing behind me along with my own, expecting all grade 1s, and I received 9 grade 1s and 4 grade 2s, you cannot imagine how disappointed I was. When I first saw my grades, I logged in onto that portal. I was shocked. I took 5 minutes. I looked at that screen, and then I stared at the wall for 5 minutes and looked again, just to make sure that I was seeing my grades. Now I thought, not that it was the end of the world, but that it was just so discouraging. How can I continue further studies when I thought I did exceedingly well in examinations, yet I'm receiving substandard grades? But I got over myself. And I remember that I have friends and other students who wrote these examinations. And I reached out to them, wondering, is it just me? Is it just something wrong with me? Or is it the council? Is it the portal? What went wrong? And so I reached out to my colleagues, only to learn that my grades were better than most. People received, having written 13, 14 subjects, received 4 grade 1s, 5 grade 2s, 7 grade 3s, 2 grade 4s, and imagine a grade 5. Now, having attended this college for 5 years, we hear the results of our students each year announced. We hear the successes of our peers, of past students. We hear those results. A grade 5 from Queen's College. And now it's not just one. I have 3 students, 3 friends who wrote religious education, and they all received the grade 5. I have friends who wrote additional mathematics. We all started, since last year, we started attending private lessons along with going to classes at the college just to cover the content, receiving grade 4s. And now people may think, oh, QC, Queen's College, we're just on our high horses. Well, yes, I guess we are, because we don't get those grades. We don't get those grades. The top 1% go to Queen's College from our common entrance. Why? Because we write examinations, and they judge, they mark, and we prove ourselves at common entrance. And now these examinations are to prove ourselves regionally, to universities. Now after putting in all this hard work, these are the grades we receive. And as previous speakers have mentioned, people will like to tell us, oh, it's not the end of the world. Grades don't define you. Well, guess what? They don't define you, but they tend to have a huge weighting on the opportunities you are able to receive in studies. do not have any problems in receiving further studies. I, after hearing from all the students, have gotten motivation to know that it wasn't me. But why am I speaking? Because for those students who receive such terrible grades, they can't even compose themselves to get out of their rooms. And so I represent them, those students who went ungraded after putting in all the hard work, those who got grade 4s and 5s when they know that they went into that exam and they performed extremely well. I am the person who's representing them. And now, other factors may have contributed to these grades, they will say. The elections, unrest, the lockdown during the pandemic, lack of classes. Now let me just let you know, at Queen's College, because we are the premier institution in the Caribbean, we would have dealt with SVAs at an early time. Drafts are made and submitted to teachers. One-on-one sessions, group sessions are held with teachers to correct our SVAs. Final drafts are submitted on time. February was the last time we had classes, and some students would have even had end-of-term examinations. For the science subjects, I am a science student. For the science subjects, we had finished submitting our labs. We had finished drafts, all our individual labs, binded, put together, submitted to our teachers, just waiting to hear some feedback from our teachers. We would have started online classes a week after schools were shut down. We had a proper schedule. We had classes every day. Teachers who were sacrificing their time at home to make classes for us, to give us that time, to give us the push that we need. I would have written those examinations. I would not have written all 25 subjects the council offers. However, I wrote 13. And I can attest that being in the examination room, entering into that examination room, I could feel the motivation. I could feel the empowerment heading into those exam rooms. Yes, there may have been some nerves. Yes, some of us may have been anxious, but we were all prepared and we were all ready to do this multiple choice paper that we didn't even agree to just to get the results we need to move forward. Now, having heard all of this, having heard all the preparations we have made, let me explain to you what the council has done. Let me explain to you the response and the communication that has happened during this pandemic. After schools shut down, we heard through the grapevine some gossip and some rumors that the exams were going to be changed. Then they held a meeting online on their website saying we would have online examinations. They would set up centers. Depending on the regions, the ministries of education of the different territories would speak with them and they would organize either partially online exams, fully online exams. So, internet shouldn't be a problem. They gave us all this reassurance. And when students protested, wrote letters to them, wrote emails, even to their local media within their territories, and would have protested against these modified exams, do you know what the council did? They said nothing and produced a schedule, the new dates for these exams. And so as a student, what was I supposed to do? What were we supposed to do? We worked and we just went in and did those examinations. Afterwards, there was a video released by the council. The head of the council, Mr. Wesley, he released a video saying there shouldn't be a problem with students who wrote the exams this year. They shouldn't think of us as less. The grades should be considered just as if we had written in previous years. They claim that, we have it all figured out. We have the weighting all figured out. Don't worry about not getting your paper twos. We have the weighting all figured out. They announced that we're going to get results on a specific date. 5 o'clock, Tuesday afternoon. 5 to 5. They decided to release an announcement. Oh, guess what? We're going to give you your results, your CSEC results at 8 o'clock. So people, all that anxiety that built up, even more confusion started. Why are they delaying? What is wrong? What is going on? And then at 8 o'clock, we all signed in, CSEC students, and got those results. Now, with all the confusion CXC has caused, we have paid, we have done our SBAs, we have done everything that we could. We have not been assured by the council that they have done everything they could. You have heard the preliminary response. And so, to those who feel that we should just be satisfied with these grades, I would like to let you know that when you go to a store and you buy something, and then when you're about to use this product at home and you see something wrong with it, you get all angry, you have a huge discussion with your family about it, head back to the store with your receipt and ask for a refund. So why can't we? Thank you all. Thank you.